Hey, good morning, Paul.
Good morning.
Hey, righto. I'm about to go to work.
My coffee.
Throwing a coffee on the ground. That's good. So I'm working. Well, the boat's over there. Where's my phone? Yeah, somewhere over there is the boat, and I've got to cycle all the way around there, over the bridge, and down over there. It doesn't take very long. Doesn't take very long at all, and I'm not going to do the time-lapse cycle today because it's not a nice day. It's a bit hazy, so I won't bother. So what we're going to do is we're just going to head off. I'm just going to push this on.
Bye.
Righto, now we can go. You know we said bye. I think you probably picked that up, I'm not sure. Anyway, off we go. Woo! Christ, these things start off quick. Ah, yeah. I do this about 50% of the time. I forget my third leg. As a bloke, you should never forget your third leg. Okay, now we'll start this again, eh? And here we are at the office. Yep, as you see, it's a bit of a hazy day. It's not pollution this time. Well, it's not really. It's where's the wind coming from? No, it's not pollution. It's just the interaction between all the inland sea and the humidity of the air, and it's just there. It just creates this haze over the mountains and over the water. Pretty nice though. Right, let's get this bike into the office and then get my kayak out, and we'll go paddle over to Tiare. There she is. Woo! Okay, got to put that third leg down. Boom. Yeah, today's mission's another milestone is just get all that last bit of that plywood on the navigation fridge side all coved up and filled up, all the screw holes filled up. So I'll back the screws out and yeah, fill all those holes up with gunk. So I don't use polyester on the boat much at all. It stinks like hell, and yeah, actually I've opened up the door. Yeah, it stinks like hell. However, it is cheaper, but I don't use it. Everything on the boat is epoxy. Right, so I've just opened up the door. Turn the light on. Here we can. Whoa. Okay, so this is the inside of the office. I will I'll just put the camera down again here and level it up somehow, like that. Here we go. Ooh-wee. Right, yesterday's. So, she's not a very big place here at all, but she is, yeah, it is a really convenient location. It's pretty much just a drop-in centre or a place that Sam can take his guests out before they head off. It's a meeting place for Sam's guests. They can come down here, park the car or the bikes, whatever, and then have a safety briefing in the office. And yep, he'll pick them up on the beach just around the corner there, or that beach there, on the other side of that wall, depending on the tide, and they can hang out here. So I've got a little bit more to do here. I've got to put this bit here, up here has got to be filled in with a stagey area. We'll just put a slightly raised platform, so yeah, just make it look a bit different. And I've got to deal with that issue there somehow. I'm still thinking that one over, mulling it over. But other than that, we've got another 3 weeks to finish this off properly. Yep. So the far room is that's the workshop for the bikes, for all the repairs that we'll never need doing, I hope. So yeah, other than that, this was all a tatami room. The whole thing was tatami mat. The walls were pretty grotty. Yeah, so we put in the counter, all the timber work. Sam's we've got some neighbours that a retired builder, and he had all this sort of flooring, just it's all oak and all sorts of interesting style flooring, and he wasn't going to use it, so yeah, for a couple $100 we just bought loads and loads of flooring, bits of excess timber, and have built all this lot. Yeah, so pretty happy. So yeah, nice edging, nice that there, it all looks good, pretty happy with things. This is a bookcase. Yeah, of course. What else? Oh yeah, this is interesting. I offset the hinges, because obviously if I put the hinges on here it won't open because of these things opening up. So I found if I offset them slightly, see, offset those hinges a bit down there, then I've got room to open up. It misses the edge there. Jesus, that's noisy. I think that's the humidity just swelling up the wood a wee bit. What else? Yeah, that's it. Just pretty straightforward. It's taken a while to get here because we've done it on the cheap. So yeah, we've replastered the walls. Yeah, everything's just been donated, or we've bought things as we've slowly earned the money to put it together. What else? No, that's it. Anyway, off to the boat. What's up? Yeah. It is pretty hot in here, especially winter time. Gets the sun first thing in the morning. We do have an aircon up here that will be run 100% off the solar panels, which is really good. Just means there's no cost to it other than the cost of the air unit. So yeah, pretty happy. Anyway, we'll see you on Tiare. GoPro, stop recording. Ooh, look what I found. Yeah. Ooh, that looks nice. Well, look what I found. That looks beautiful. Look at the plywood, eh? Wow. Okay. That looks like a perfectly good coffee table for me. I'm going to take that up and rescue that. Right. Hopefully that'll be there when I come back. So yeah, make a nice nice coffee table out on the deck, I think. Coffee table out on the deck. Get your enunciation correct. Okay. Time to head off to my job. Yo, g'day Paul, back on Tiare. So today I'm going to, this is something you'll know, you'll be better at than me by a long shot. Yeah, my fearing abilities are pretty crap. However, and by that I mean I'm forever having to refill. I sand it, it's got bumps, and well, once you sand it, it hasn't got bumps, it's got little craters all over it, so I have to fill it in again. I then sand that back because they've still got craters in it. It's a never-ending job. So for my ceiling and things, I showed you yesterday, I had, you know, as much as I said, I just glued and screwed and then painted before I could even get anywhere near the paint. I had to fill it, you know, just smooth it out, and that took 3 goes at least, and then even then it's not perfect. I'm going to try and do a little bit better on this side, but I don't think it's going to happen. It's going to be another 3 goes before I can get it somewhere where I'm happy with. Anyway, first part of all this is, of course, to get my safety gear out, all my gloves, and what else? My screwdriver. It's just Tiger's Makita, just to back out the screws. I don't need those anymore. It's all epoxy glued and screwed. Not screwed, but it's certainly well stuck. All my sanding discs. That's good there. And yeah, my scales, my kitchen scales. Tell you what, these are impressive, eh? These scales only cost 20 or 30 bucks. I suppose it's really expensive, but still, they when you set them up and you take them home, there's a little instruction leaflet that give you all the little areas in Japan where you might be, in prefectures and major cities, and you punch a number next to it, and what it does is it compensates for the difference in gravity. Would you believe that? Difference in gravity between one area of Japan and the other, so that you can, I don't know, measure your rice grains or something. But it's impressive that they've got it. Anyway, it's my glass fibres. That's my resin. A hardener, that's my resin hardener. And this is my actual resin here. This stuff's good. It's so much cheaper than West Systems epoxy. It's comparable in quality in terms of strength and that sort of stuff, but it does, especially in this temperature, it does give a lot of the mean blush, which is that waxy surface on the top, which I've got to get rid of. And this is just about an empty can of it. And the last but not quite least is the board, which I put all my stuff on. So when I dribble everywhere, because I am a messy sort of guy, do a lot of dribbling, I dribble onto this, not something that shouldn't have dribble on it. So that goes there, that goes over here. This has only got one lot left in it, I guess. Oh, I know what I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting my my bits I need to, all my stirring sticks, my cups and all that sort of stuff. So tell you what, trying to be an eco boat is just about impossible unless you're right into a traditional wooden boat with nothing modern on it. It's impossible. Every part of a boat is covered in some sort of hydrocarbon, from epoxy to paints to anti-foul. It's all there. But the most eco-friendly thing I have on this boat are these bamboo chopsticks, which I use for stirring sticks. These are good. They don't break. They're strong, and they're totally sustainable. Okay, so before I can start on any of this, I need to remove this amine blush. It's sort of there's a very slight waxy feel to it, and the only way you can really do that reliably, as he said, focusing on his six-pack, is by hot water. And because I don't have any hot water on the boat, the only thing I can do is take this a better angle, shall we? How should we do this? I know, we'll raise it up in the sky a bit like that, so you've got a better view. I don't know if you're lying down, maybe you're tired and you're just recovering a bit. So I made you stand up. So anyway, here it is. Go Sun, totally unsponsored. Righto. It's a dusty bag because, well, I'm a dusty guy. So these things are really brilliant. You can make these up yourself easy enough, but just, yeah, for this convenience, it's just really good. So apparently we can do this. Use your muscles I don't have in my hands anymore. Yes. You've got to spread these two parts apart. Ah, here we go. Yes. 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 Place it to the sun. Fill this with a bit of water and take that out. That's all your food and bread and whatnot. And you put this in here. Woo. Now, full of water. It doesn't take long. This temperature takes about 5 minutes to get hot enough. So I might sit down for this. I have a feeling my head's in focus. Well, in there. This normally has a lid, but of course I don't remember where I put the lid. So it's not lost. It's just not remembered. It's in one of those boxes out there somewhere and I just can't find it anyway. Anyway, I'm going to fill this with water. I'm going to leave it in the sun for 10 minutes. And then I'm going to put in the soapy water and I'm going to scrub all this down with some soapy water. I'm going to rinse it off with some fresh water. And then I will give it a light sand, a light scuffing. And then I'm ready to start, yeah, particularly around these. You just put a coat of water around here, fill up all these little holes with a little bit of epoxy, and probably not glass fibre. Well, I'll probably put the coves with glass fibre, but most of it will be a just call it chocolate powder, whatever it is. It makes it nice and easy to sand. Glass and epoxy are impossible to sand, as I'm sure you know. Very, very difficult. The brown stuff is nice and simple. Micro balloons, I think they're called. Yeah, who knows? Something like that. Anyway, I will get on with getting my hot water sorted out and try and find some soap on board. So yeah, anyway, I shall get back to it when we've made some progress. Jesus, I'm all over the place. Right, GoPro, stop recording. Okay, Paul again. Right, empty can of resin. Alrighty, so spent the morning cleaning up and wiping down the surfaces. Yeah, so I've just filled up all these bits around here. I don't fill up underneath here because it's this whole from about there across to there. Same on the other side where I haven't painted. That gets a fancy piece of wood put in there just to highlight the whole lot, I guess is what I want to do. So anyway, I've gone and glued it all down, done all my edging and prepping and everything else. Tomorrow is kind of windy out. Where am I? I think I'm here. Yeah, it must be a frame by now. Yeah, tomorrow is kind of windy, 14, 15 plus knots, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to kayak out here. Yeah, maybe I can, we'll see. Anyway, if I can, I will probably paint the inside. It should be gone off by then, so I can prep it with a, just give it light sand, and then, yeah, sand where any rough bits are, I guess, and then I'll just throw a coat of what's called Bano 1500, which is a big cargo ship primer, which they put on top of the steel. It's as tough as nails, it's really flexible, and is wonderful stuff, and it's really dirt cheap. So I will, yeah, I'll just coat all that with Bano, and then on what day? Friday, Saturday, probably come back and give it a sand, and then on Jesus Christ, a bit of a wake, and then on Sunday, I'll show you what it looks like. Woo! Yeah, since they put the temporary water on because they're doing the bridge, they've the wake from the boats, ferries goes past and then it bounces back and they meet each other and gets really rough. So yeah, so I'll put a big, so on Sunday, on Saturday, or tomorrow I said I will give it a coat of primer, epoxy primer, and then I will end up giving it a good sand the next day. But I think the next few days I'm going to get in and go for a dive on my hulls and clean my bottoms. Both parts of them need a good scrubbing down, so I'll bring you along for that. That should be an interesting episode. Bottom scrubbing. So, but that's not for a couple of days. You'll just have to hang on that long and see how it goes. Alrighty. Oh, I'm glad you had a good sleep. Managed to get a good sleep last night. Yeah, obviously those new pills have helped. I had no idea you were, yeah, I knew you were doing radiation. You said sort of do radiation every day and chemo once a month, once a week. So, fucking my mind's terrible. But anyway, yeah, yeah, 35 radiation treatments. Yeah, one every weekday for 35 days. That's a lot of radiation anyway. Fuck. Okay, so, yeah, you're quite right. Fukushima poor. Yeah, so, yeah, best of luck. Yeah, just hang in there. We'll see you over here eventually, I'm sure. Anyway, say good day to Sandy, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Cheers, mate. Bye bye. GoPro, stop recording.